Many film actors have been called a superstar ever since the term was first coined for Rajesh Khanna in the 1970s. But there is only one superstar amongst the film producers and directors of Indian cinema today, and he is my next guest. His glorious film career, spanning over half a century, and his contributions to the film industry have been recognized nationally and internationally. India's ace director has produced films which have created box office history. As we celebrate the 65th anniversary of India's independence, I am truly delighted to welcome the undisputed leader of Indian cinema, Mr. Yash Chopra. Mr. Chopra, welcome to our program. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Speaking such wonderful things about me. So sweet of you.
Mr. Chopra, on August 15th, 1947, the first Independence Day ever, you were 15 years old. Could you tell us a little bit about that day? What are your memories of how you celebrated and how everyone was rejoicing in the streets?
But do remember when the independence was announced, it was great jubilation, happiness all over the country. I was in Jalandhar, a small town in Punjab. All around there is happiness, certainly because materially it may not have difference to anybody. But today, a feeling that we are free. It is a great feeling. But people couldn't enjoy that freedom because there are a lot of riots those days all over the country. I remember a few friends of mine, we wanted to go to Delhi and witness the flag hostation on the Red Fort. But we couldn't go there. There were a lot of violence in trains and buses and everything. I do remember this Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, whom we addressed Panditji, our first Prime Minister, gave a wonderful speech addressed to India on the 14th night, midnight, at 12 o'clock exactly. And then they used to say that is a good omen, a good muhurat, a good time. And the next day, as flag hoisting declared India independence, Lord Mountbatten was the first Governor General of India. Panditji gave a speech. Sardar Patel was there. Sarojini Naidu was there. It was a historic speech. Panditji said we had made a lot of pledges. We had seen a lot of dreams. We had a lot of visions. Today the time has come to fulfill those dreams, to fulfill the promises which we are going to do with our country, our countrymen. But today we definitely feel we are that high. We are a free nation, a free man. We are equal to anybody in the world.
Absolutely, that's very interesting. Mr. Chopra, countless freedom fighters from Mangal Pandey to Mahatma Gandhi gave up their lives so that India could be free. Is there any one freedom fighter in particular out of all of the people who gave up their lives who's maybe close to your heart or who inspires you?
I can't name one. I think is this. You have named 2 or 3 freedom fighters. Everybody contributed towards our freedom, but in a different way. You can't question anybody's ways. Bhagat Singh, actually one of the greatest freedom fighters, very young, 4 or 5 friends put together. They only knew one way to get freedom, violence. And that was the time of their day. Those 5 friends fought the British Raj. And they didn't care about what's going to happen to them, what's going to happen to their future, their families. And ultimately they even bombed the parliament. They all died. They were hanged. This is the one way you could say he was wrong. On the other side you could say Mahatma Gandhi, who fought a frail looking man, fought the whole world for the freedom of his country with non-violence. But I feel in all the fighters, Subhash Chandra Bose was one of the greatest contributions for the country. He, out of his country, some of the country, collected forces, collected soldiers, collected officers, made whole army, Indian National Army, what they call. In a great way, Subhash Chandra, whose death is still a mystery, contributed a lot to the freedom fighter. Because he didn't know anything for himself. Something maybe fizzled out, people got arrested, their cases were running in Delhi, of course. They were charged it maybe. But to do something outside your country against the Britishers is very, very admirable. I always salute him. He is, we call it, unforgettable hero. People didn't sing songs for him. People didn't appreciate him. But he was great. So I mean to say, all the three you have named. It doesn't mean anybody is less freedom fighter.
Indeed, and today we commemorate all the people you spoke of and all the millions more who made India's freedom possible. Mr. Chopra, Indian American astronaut Sunita Williams is currently on a mission at the International Space Station, and she's brought a great sense of pride to the people of India all around the world. So as we celebrate Independence Day here on Earth, is there a message that you'd like to give her in the space station?
The first time she went there, I feel so proud of her. She has made our country proud.
Absolutely.
She has written the name of India, not on the map of the world, but the space, outside the map of the world. Again, she's there. And as you told me, she's going to send a message from spaceship. It's a great thing. Her message will be a great thing for the program. But on the 15th of August, it adds a different meaning. And we are very proud of her. I'm personally very, very proud of her. Her life definitely teaches people, if you have will, your strength, your confidence, you can achieve anything. Being a woman, who people think is the weaker things, she has done great things, not for the country, but for the whole world. And not only for women, for everybody. And we feel so proud of her. And she'll be part of this program. I feel so privileged and honored. In a small little way, I'll be part of this program where Sunita Williams is participating. It's a great moment for me. I wish everybody very happy 15th August. We are proud of our country, and I'm very, very happy that you've come here to wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Chopra, for joining us. It was indeed a great honor for you to have joined us on this program, and happy Independence Day.
Thank you so much.
She is the first woman to serve as governor of her state and currently the youngest governor in the United States. She is the pride of India and Indian Americans all across the U.S. I'm so pleased to introduce South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley to our celebration. Governor, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nikki Haley, sending you greetings from South Carolina on this very special India Independence Day. I am so thrilled at the ties that the United States and India continue to share, but what I am most proud of is what I am always able to brag about when it comes to the Indian community, that they are the minority that is the highest educated of any minority in the country, that they are the minority that makes the most per capita income of any minority in the country, that they are the minority that is the least dependent on government assistance. And the one that I'm most proud of is the Indian community is the one minority that is the most philanthropic and charitable of all minorities across the country. I will continue to try and strengthen the ties between India and the United States, but the Indian community continues to excel in everything they do, and they continue to make me proud every day. Thank you very much. God bless.
And now our last set of trivia questions. Who was the architect of the Indian Constitution? When was the Quit India movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi? Who named Mahatma Gandhi Father of the Nation? When was India's national anthem Jan Gan Man first sung? Which was the summer capital of India during the British rule? Who wrote the Indian national anthem? You will get the answers to these questions from my next guest, who is a king, so don't go away. Newsweek named my next guest one of the 50 most powerful people in the world. Los Angeles Times called him the world's biggest movie star. He has won the highest number of Filmfare Best Actor awards, which ties him with the legendary Dilip Kumar, both having received 8 such awards. He is the recipient of the Padma Shri from India, Ordre des Arts et des Lettres from France, the Pyramid Khan Marni Award from UNESCO, and L'Étoile d'Or from the King of Morocco. Amongst the actors of the Indian film industry, there have been many superstars over the years, but there is one and only one king of Bollywood, King Shah Rukh Khan, who rules the hearts of 1 billion fans around the world. The highest, the greatest, the biggest, and before I run out of all the superlatives in my vocabulary, I'll simply say, welcome Mr. Khan, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much. It's quite amazing to remember the name of those awards.
It's so great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Mr. Khan, in the movie Swades, you acted the role of a NASA space scientist, and in just a few minutes, Indian American astronaut Sunita Williams will be joining us on this program from the International Space Station, where she's currently on a mission. And interestingly enough, both you and Sunita Williams were born in the same year. She went up there with 2 other astronauts, and she'll be there for the next 4 months. So, Mr. Khan, if you were to go on such a space mission and were given the choice to choose your 2 companions to go with you, who would you pick?
First of all, it's a great honor to be on the same program and kind of share the same airspace as Sunita Williams. Congratulations to you, and absolutely wonderful. You made us so proud. You make us so proud, and all your achievements and all the hard work that goes in it. We from the outside, I'm sure, don't even understand it, but the time it takes, the sacrifices you've made. So bless you for being so wonderful. And if I was ever fit enough like Sunita Williams to be allowed to go on a space endeavor, I would, I think now, if you ask me, I take my son and daughter. I find them my best friends. I also realize that I like my children. I love my children, not because they're my children, but because I have formed a relationship, a friendship with them. They're 14 and 12. And when my son was young, and I asked him what he would like to be, so he said, I would like to be an astronaut at night and a football player in the morning. So I think that would get fulfilled if I take him. And Suhana has to come along because she has to. She likes all things pretty, and I hear from people who've been out there in space that space is beautiful. So yeah, those are the 2 companions I would take with me.
Absolutely, that's a good choice. And you know, when you're up there in space for 4 months in the same area, away from friends and family and the whole world, it can get, you know, repetitive and lonely. So if you were to take 2 movies with you to entertain yourself, which 2 would you choose?
I don't know, for someone like me who's always surrounded by people, I would really welcome 4 or 5 months away in a small space, confined and just flying around and, you know, floating. That would be quite a thing. As long as, I don't know, I'll ask Sunita if we can read that, as long as I can read and use the internet. But the 2 movies I would take, I know, I'd like to take, Indian movie-wise, I would take, I think I'd take Sholay. I think that's watchable again and again. And another Hindi film called Jaane Bhi To Yaro, which was made by Kundan Shah. I think those 2 are the Hindi choices. In terms of English movies, I would take, if the kids are coming along, I'll have to take some animation films, you know, or some anime which the boys like from Japan. So maybe Tangled. I like that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I thought that was very sweet. Or even the new Red Riding Hood. I thought that was a little mean and nice. So 1 movie for the kids and 1 for myself. I would take It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. I think that's very funny.
Definitely, another very good answer. And Mr. Khan, today we're celebrating the 65th anniversary of India's independence, and I understand that your father played an active role in the independence struggle. So could you tell us a little bit more about him?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of age, he was one of the younger freedom fighters, went to jail when he was 19 or 18, I think. And so he's told me a lot of stories of independence. So I have grown up hearing them and somehow feel extremely proud that my father was part of the freedom struggle. And that's why sometimes I'm extremely outspoken when somebody talks about my Indianness or the pride I take in being an Indian. And I feel part of it, a very small, minuscule part of it was because of my dad. So I feel extremely privileged to have been born in that family and somehow to be chosen to be his son. His name was Mir Taj Muhammad, and apart from that, because all the people had taken part in the freedom struggle, so I've been brought up amidst freedom fighters, you know, some really old but very sweet, very gentle people, you know, with big beards, and when I met them they were like 70 or 60s. So I've grown up in an atmosphere of having heard a lot of talks of the freedom struggle, but mostly in a positive way. I find people now talk about independence in a more cynical manner sometimes, but these people were so positive, so wonderful, having sacrificed some of them lives, some of them their health, and most of them, and I say that with great pride, most of them did not take any positioning in terms of favors from politicians post the independence also. They were very simple people. They used to wear salwars, and I remember one of them used to wear a red, like how the bands wear, you know, a red jacket, and he used to be on crutches, I forget his name. But a lot of my friends, like actually even my father's cousin, or like an elder brother, General Shah who got them married, he's the part of that slogan, Lal Kile se aaye awaaz, Mangal Dhilno Shah Nawaz. So I've been brought up by him, his family, and so I've had a very, very close interaction with lots of people. And you know, the stories they've told me about how they would be in jails and then dal would be given to them, and it used to be in rusted pots. So the reason was to divide the unity amongst these freedom fighters. So if you didn't take it fast enough, the rust would come and cover it, and you couldn't eat the dal after that. So, you know, they had to figure out a way, otherwise they'd be fighting like, you know, for food. And how every time they were offered freedom from jail in exchange of saying, long live the king. And so I don't hold anything against any countries anymore, keeping in mind those times of conquests. But I think these are very brave people, very strong, very gentle, and I believe very proud people. And I'm just very glad that I had to somehow spend a part of my childhood, at least till I was 15, 16. I meet some of them now, but I think I'm privileged to have been in such close touch with the freedom fighters for this country. So I feel extremely proud, not only on 15th of August, but the whole year round, the whole life that is given to us. And I think obviously the time of you know, territorial independence is over, and now the youngsters and everyone everywhere living abroad, all the Indians, I just tell you that, you know, always crave and desire, because you deserve freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of livelihood, freedom of basically being happy. So I believe that is a bigger freedom we should all yearn for. It's a right to be happy. So I wish for everyone that great to be part of independent India, but even greater to have the freedom to smile and be happy. So God bless you all.
Indeed. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was very interesting, and I'm sure you've made all of them very proud, your father and the freedom fighters and everyone in India. You've made us all so proud. And just in closing, we have a little Independence Day trivia for our viewers. We gave them the questions at the beginning of the program, and I'm sure they're all very excited to hear you give them the answers. So here we go. Who is the architect of the Indian Constitution?
Dr. Ambedkar.
Yep. When was the Quit India movement launched by Mahatma Gandhi?
I think 1942.
Who named Mahatma Gandhi Father of the Nation?
Subhash Chandra Bose. And I want to tell everyone, they allowed me to read the answers before, so it's not just by memory. So don't feel bad if you don't know a few of them. It's all right. You have the freedom of making a mistake.
When was India's national anthem Jan Gan Man first sung?
If I remember it correctly now, it's 1911. 27 December? I don't know the date.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Which was the summer capital of India during British rule?
This I know, Simla.
And lastly, who wrote the Indian national anthem?
Rabindranath Tagore.
Correct. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Khan. You've truly made this such a special program.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
No, no.
But I'm in the middle of work, and here's wishing everyone a very, very happy Independence Day, and all the happiness and goodness that you can get this year and for the rest of your lives. And you're absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khan. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. For the first time in the 65 years since India gained freedom, we are going to have an astronaut from the International Space Station hundreds of miles away in the sky join us for our celebration of India's independence. It is my great privilege and distinct honor to introduce to you astronaut Sunita Williams. Sunita, on behalf of all the Indian people here on Earth, I extend our greetings to you on this Independence Day of India. It's so wonderful to have you with us. Welcome to our program.
Hello, thank you Riti Sunshine for inviting me to join in your Indian Independence Day celebration today. My name is Sunny Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station representing the United States and our partner countries as we orbit the Earth 16 times a day. Of course, you probably know I'm half Indian. My father's from the state of Gujarat, so I'm very familiar with the customs and cultures of India, and I'm just so proud to be part of the celebration today. Happy Independence Day for India, and I want to give you a little tour of the International Space Station, just like how we came out from our Soyuz into the station. The first module where we dock to, which is called Name 1. It's a Russian module. Of course, there's a docking port in which our Soyuz docked. We're coming into the main node, which connects the whole station together, the Russian part and the partner US partner section. Get a little disoriented coming up and doing a 90-degree turn. But right here at this node, you can see down to this section is the Russian segment. And our Russian partners are working down there this morning. And then we'll be going into the partner segment, and I'll show you all the different modules from all the different countries that are participating in the International Space Station. So come on and follow me. Good morning, Aki. Good morning. Here we are in Node 1. Again, a node, meaning a lot of things are connected to it. Some interesting things that are connected right here are the airlock, where we do spacewalks out of. Our spacesuits are getting ready for a spacewalk right after India's Independence Day. It'll actually be August 30th, so about 2 weeks after India's Independence Day. We also have what we call a closet, and we keep a lot of our supplies and goods right below us. So this is one area that you can really get a little bit lost in, because it's a little confusing with all the different modules coming off of it. One other area I'm going to show you right now is Node 3, which is essentially our gym, and also has something special, which I'll show you in a minute. This is our treadmill. This is our weightlifting machine right here, where you can do exercises for strength, particularly for your legs. And then this is the surprise, it's the cupola. It's one of the best places in the space station. Of course, we have a great view of the Earth. Right now it's pretty cloudy, and we're flying over the ocean. I think we're right around the Pacific Ocean at this moment in time. Unfortunately, we were missing India, but I wanted to show you a couple things from this view. Where I was in the very beginning of the video was right in that spacecraft right there. That's our Soyuz spacecraft that was connected, that is connected to the space station. A little smaller than the whole rest of the space station, so it's a little bit crowded. Another really interesting module that we have on board right now is the Japanese HTV, which our crew grabbed with the Canadian robotic arm and attached to the space station. And so you can see why we spend a lot of time in here looking at our beautiful planet from this view. And we'll come back down now to the U.S. laboratory. Sometimes you get lost in the space station. This is Destiny, the U.S. laboratory's nickname, and it's pretty much the heart of what we call the partner segments. From here we have a couple more laboratories, but this is the main area where we do robotics work. We also do all sorts of scientific investigations with the different science instruments that are mounted here and added all over, not only on the walls but also the ceiling and the floor. Next is Node 2, sort of like Node 1. It has pieces and parts connected all over the place. HTV, the big gold module that you saw outside, is connected to our floor right here. We got a lot of supplies from it, and we're taking those out, and then we're going to use it as a trash compartment and put all of our trash in it, and so that's how we get rid of all of our trash. To the right is the European laboratory, the Columbus module. We do a lot of medical experiments in this module, and again it has all sorts of other experiments mounted all over the ceiling, floor, and each of the walls. And finally I'm going to take you into the Japanese module. This module's name is Kibo. It's in translation into English, it's Hope. I think it's a pretty appropriate place. When it came up, it had no racks at all, and now it's filled with all sorts of science experiments from all over the world, just like the other modules that we've been in, other laboratories that we've been in. And I received a very special gift in one of my crew care packages, and I just wanted to show it off to everybody in India and wish India a very happy Independence Day for August 15th. There's been thousands of years of struggle to make India free, and by the great will and power of the people, and particularly Mahatma Gandhi, India has got its independence for the last many years, and it's been very productive, wonderful country. I'm very proud to be part from India. My father, of course, is Indian from Gujarat. And when people ask me about India, what do I think about? I think that it's a very colorful place, not only from the colors of the beautiful flag, but of all the people who are there. It is a very creative, colorful, wonderful place, and I'm very proud to be from there. So happy Independence Day, everybody in India.
Thank you so much, Sunita. We all extend our best wishes to you for the success of your mission and your safe return to Earth. And that, friends, brings us to the conclusion of our program. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the Bollywood celebrities and the American public officials for joining us in our celebration. I'd also like to express our gratitude to Yash Raj Films in Mumbai and Johnson Space Center in Houston, without whose support this program would not have been possible. Last but not the least, my personal gratitude to astronaut Sunita Williams and her gracious father, Dr. Deepak Pandya. Thank you all for watching and joining us in our celebration of the 65th anniversary of India's independence. This is Riti Sunshine Bhalla wishing you and your family a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind!